Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatsMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. So you might have seen this map buzzing around on the workshop at the moment. It's got an unusual name which catches the eye. It's got a really classic look about it which catches the eye, and it appears to be...
It's my first map.
Yeah. I can't say for certain, but it certainly does look like this is the first attempt of a map by this creator. The creator's also got a name that is going to test me lingually as well, and I know you guys appreciate that one. It's not the perfect map. It has got a lot of errors with it, newbie errors, but we will work them out as we go along our way. But before we do that, there's this. That's right, hitting the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people, and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thank you very much for that support. Okay, we have got Bacon and Eggs by IhmeHihhuli. Trademark. Why you need to trademark that, I do not know. Brilliant, well done. There's your start square. Half of it is river. It's a big old river. Then you've got resources, which I don't mind field painting, but I kind of want it to make some kind of sense. So it's like, yep, oil today, oil here, fields there, oil here, fields there. Anyway, unlimited trees, unlimited outside connections. Owl's Tropicity theme is what we're using today. There's a couple of bridges, there's network skins, hide it's recommended, and we're using the Owl's 70s vintage. That's the fella. There's a little bit of reading up to do here, including there's a little bit of talk about prop and tree, and I have actually restarted the map because I feared that I had let the creator down by having prop and tree anarchy set incorrectly, because we had some tree clipping. So I have restarted the map with the settings set opposite to how I'd normally have them to try and prevent the tree clipping. There's no tree clipping in the screenshots, so it's clearly not something that the creator is expecting to see in the map review. That said, I'm going to be honest with you, we haven't got there yet, but we have got a lot of tree clipping. I have tried it with both settings. There's nothing more that I can do, apart from say, what are the trees doing there anyway? We'll get to that. Oh, we got to it already. Here we go. It's our first sign of them. See, the thing is, when you put down roads over trees, they don't delete the trees. The trees remain there. They just get hidden beneath the road. I don't know why they're showing through having started the map with and without props being anarchized. It doesn't make any sense at all. Anarchized. But yes, we've got, there'll be a lot of, I'm not going to go on and on and on and on about the tree clipping. I will mention it every now and then just because it's a conversation piece, but I'm not going to make a huge issue of it because clearly they shouldn't be there, but they shouldn't be there. Not a question they shouldn't be clipping through, they just shouldn't be there. They shouldn't be under the roads. They're taking away from your tree count. All right, this beautiful, lots of beautiful intersections, by the way. This one and at least one other that I can remember is a little bit on the low side. A little bit so low that it'll probably pop us up. Yeah, it pops us up above. And we do have a clipping street lamp there. It's not in the highway, but it does look rather daft. Just a bit silly. And around here we have a pillar, or a couple of pillars actually in the highway, which is also, yeah, you've seen them. So yeah, now with pillars, they do say in the description about network skins, because you don't really necessarily want the pillars. The thing is, subscribing to network skins doesn't remove the pillars that are already there. It can help remove pillars if you're putting down new roads, but anything that's already down is already down. So where there are pillars in the intersections, they will remain there. Okay, next intersection, a lovely swooping one. I think this is an Augustin Navy one. I think I recognise this one. I could be wrong. And it's very slick. It's very sweet. Looks a bit low again there. I'm looking for a street light clipping on there. There are There are streetlight clippings here and there. I'm not checking every little bit of road in this particular review because it's not network heavy, this map. There is plenty of networking, and we have definitely got an episode that's running over 20 minutes. So I could look for every single floor. The fact is, once you've seen one, you'll know that there can be more. And if I tell you there are more, then I'm sure you'll trust me. This is marvellous. That is a work of art. I love that. I don't know if it's plopped or whether it was hand worked, or if it was plopped and I just okay, right. We'll ignore the shrubbery. It's a shrubbery. It's a shrubbery. I'm loving the way that the road splits here. The arrows, I kind of would have liked the ones on the left to have gone straight on. The one on the right is fine for a turn off. A little bit of glitching with the centre there, but not too bad. And here I like this as well. It's a little bit untidy, but it's not the worst I've seen. Not certainly when you consider what we are looking at, which is just a masterpiece. Yeah, we got one of those in the middle of that. Oopsie. Slight oversight, I think. And we've got look at the street light clippings. I'm sure there are more. I know there were more. I just can't see any of them. But yes, anyways, which ways? Shall we go straight on? This is towards the start square. We're going to go straight on. Before we go straight on, look, these arrows. I was talking about arrows a moment ago. I'd love all of these arrows to be pointing straight forward. It is workable just by doing a little bit of tweaking. I know that the arrow on the left there will, if we can just fiddle about a bit. I'm going to get on with this. Anyway, yes, so while I'm trying to work out, this is weird. I chose a node. I think that was the pillar underneath, actually. That'll be what I'm moving about there. I'll take it back. I thought I was moving the node, but no, it's not even the pillar. Look, pulled it out from underneath the road there. I don't know what that is, but I'm moving something about that isn't there. Yeah. So in terms of a new creator, a first time creator, this is actually an exceptional map. I definitely am being quite picky and harsh on it. I will get this. I'm going to prove this can be done in a minute. Here's me trying to show. Yeah. There we go. Now I've got the node. I've grabbed it finally. Drags it back. Gives it a little bit of a tweak and a twiddle there. And we'll get them all pointing forward, which I think looks better, or will look better when I finally get it. Yes, he's done. He or she, I don't know actually. Am I assuming their gender? Quite possibly. There we go. There you have it. It can be done. See, I think that looks better. Anyway, yes, they've done quite an exceptional job. They've chosen, I mean, if you're using an owl theme and an owl LUT, then clearly you're going to get a quality looking finish anyway. And while I'm being picky about some of the detailing in this map, there is actually a lot of good. For a start, I mean, just look at that. Okay, we've got the trees glitching, but look at the work. Even if it was plopped, and I believe this one was plopped, reason being, look at the spacing between the two highways there. Okay, follow the spacing down here, and we've got now there you go, arrows going straight on. See, it is good work occasionally there. And then this goes, but then the highways come back together. So we've got the highway spacing, and then the highways come back. So I feel this was a plopped intersection. That said, choosing it, finding it, and working it into the terrain with some detailing is actually good work. I'm not a complete sod, you know. I'm not. I do appreciate it. I'm just helping. I'm trying to help this new creator go to the next level, and I'm sure they will. Start square intersection. It's quite snazzy, quite snazzy. Let's check for heights here. There's certainly no pillars going on there. Over here we've got we've got some glitchy going on here. This is really easily fixed, by the way. Let me do that as well while we're here. I'm just going to move that node back a little. There you go. Fixed. Easy peasy. Okay, right. So that's about that. Which means if we're happy that we've enjoyed our little road journey, we shall have a look around the start square for a little asset to review. How about that one over there? Right, now this is one of those, I don't know if it's a new creator, certainly new to the chart show and producing some really lovely stuff. This is the Cathedral de Cienfuegos. I'm probably butchering that. I believe it's Spanish. Cathedral de Cienfuegos, possibly, by PeterBar. Well done, PeterBar. I love some of the detailing. Look, it's quarter past 4. Normally these say 10 to 10 or 10 past 2, don't they? And the bells, they ring, and little statues as well. Lovely. And factoids, because factoids. The average glass of London tap water has already been through a human body 7 times. Hoo-ha! Cathedral de Cienfuegos by PeterBar, today's asset of the day. It's fine. They do filter these waters. They do. Everything's fine. All the water on Earth is all the water that has ever been on Earth. So dinosaurs piddled in it. So that's fine. We can just accept it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, where were we? Oh, following the railways. Why not the railways? The rail's not too bad. Not well, you expect it not to be bad. The worst part is probably right here. See the way it drops down as it goes into this cutting through here. That each one of those lines there is 1 meter, and that's what, about 15 meter drop in a very short period of time, and that is not good for trains. This the route onwards, or do I have to go under the? Oh, I have to go under. Okay, we're going under. So right, we go under there, through there, and good. No pillars on the line there. That's also good. And then we skip through this way and got foliage. Yep, lots of foliage, and no pillars on the lines there. That's brilliant. See, there is a lot. I keep coming down on this map, but there is a lot of good stuff going on that is so easy to skip over. And when I do these reviews, I'm trying to show you a little bit of everything, and sometimes I don't focus. Sometimes I show you a map and you go, I don't know what you're seeing there. What are you seeing there, BonBon? How do you rate this so highly? And it's because clearly I can't show you everything within the show. So sometimes I see more than you do. And we're going slightly uphill now, but that's fine, because at the top of the hill, you'll find a Zach waiting for us. Hello, Zach.
Have you ever wanted to create a snow scene in your summer city, but you're not interested in buying the Snowfall DLC? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Snow Without DLC by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
And so back to Bacon and Eggs map by IhmeHihhuli. Trademark. Okay, we've got no shipping routes, but that's fine. We do have a couple of air routes with the worst possible sin, because they cross over each other and they're not even right angles, which I would moan about. No, we have an incredibly acute angle, which means any plane coming down this route, wanting to go that route, has got to bank really heavily in the middle of the map, which looks a little bit odd, but again, it's not as bad as shipping. Now the water flow, you can clearly see how it's narrow at this end and wider at that end, so it's clearly all flowing all downstream that direction. So let's follow one of these tributaries. How about this one? Because this is one of the longest routes we can get. It is all downhill. Yeah, it's all downhill, so it's downstream down the hill. It's a little bit wibbly, but that's fine because water tends to be wibbly. Although some of these are clearly like glitchy areas, they're not the worst, and they certainly look worse in water view. And then we come down here, we merge into the main stream, which is going... Oh, I expected it to go the other way. Hey, you mean it's going off towards the narrow direction? So we're now going upstream, where we thought this would be going downstream. Here, it merges, and it's definitely going upstream. So this is all downstream. Okay. So it's an upside down system. So this is all the water sources are here. I don't mind the fact that we've got all this ridge of land at the edge, because that would be hidden by the fog anyway. That's fine. It's just that the water, even the water, the rivers, they're just splitting. It's backwards. The whole thing is backwards. Not that it's going to break the map or anything. And the map does look really very nice for it. And the water was flowing through the start square, so that's a double bonus. Loving these hills. You're not going to be doing much building into them. But again, look at the trees. Okay, we're in the ravines, in the valleys, where all the water's going to flow. But also the soft fertile land on the top of the hills. We've got some trees up there as well. I think, there is a lot of time gone into this. There is a lot of time. This is not a 5-minute map. Water source here looks a little bit like a lake. It's possibly a little smaller than I'd like it to be for the amount of water that's now pouring out of this lake, and the other one on the opposite side. But it's, again, definitely far from the worst we've ever seen. Here we've got... now this is fun. This is fun. First of all, you've got a little bit of globby water going on here. I'm putting this down to start of map water flow while that settles itself down. So let's just assume that it's going to fix itself. I do believe it does. I do believe it does. Then this pours down this old river here. This little bay here. See this little bowl here, not bay. This little bowl here. You can see the water in there. It's getting sucked away at that point, so that won't overflow. Now I think we're going to pretend that there's an underground bit of river. So it comes down here, goes into that bowl. What's going on here? That's it. Goes into that bowl. Sorry, I wonder why the camera had frozen. And then it emerges through like what we're going to assume is this underground tunnel. And then we've got this cave. And the cave is where the water is pouring out. Now I'd like to see possibly drop a little bit in elevation there to make that more believable that the water would be coming through the cave from that kind of angle, but it's still a really nice, it's a nice idea and a nice effort, especially for a first-time creator. Okay, loving the river detail. The underwater river detailing is really quite eye-catching. Now if we're looking for one more problem, it's this bridge. Okay, ignoring the foliage, because I promise we're going to ignore the foliage. There's no point in going on and on. Hang on, they're going faster than me. Hang on, let me step this up a little bit and steer around the foliage. The custom custom bridge, there is a little bit of a minor glitch on it that is easily fixed, but arguably some of you will say, no, actually, no, the local bridge to me has exactly the same, so it's potentially deliberate, potentially. And that is this white bar here, which is from the pillar. See how it's cutting through the tarmac? It is elevated very slightly, very, very slightly. So depending on how much of a perfectionist you want to be, would you be happy with the vehicles going over that bump? Did you see how close that truck's tailgate in that sports car? That bonkers. Anyway, we'll catch up with him in a minute. Just want to show you it's the same on this side as well. We've got exactly the same, where it is just slightly elevated. And hang on, we're going to pause the simulation here and we'll have a little look here. Look at the tailgating on that. That is crazy. Absolutely potty. No, I don't want you crashing into my fender, my bumper. I don't want that. Okay, let's fix this one. Let's do a third fix. 3 fixes in the same map show. Grab, move it. Select. I'm gonna have to select all of the items. It's gonna be props, isn't it? There we go. But anyway, yep. Select that. Tap page down once. Pop. It's gone. So I prefer that. I think a few of you will say no, it was okay as it was. So I'll sit on the fence a little bit. Anyway, your chance to vote on this map. Aha! Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it a breakfast somewhere in between? Your votes really do count. We're using at the end of the month for the viewer's choice top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Okay, I'm going to rate this thing. Aesthetically, it does look good, doesn't it? Is it 5 stars? The answer to that is no. Reason being, some of those rivers I felt were a little bit too deep. I didn't show you the depth of some of the riverbanks. We're talking 15-20 meters in places. For that, just drew me away a little bit, but it still looks really good. I'm giving it 4 stars. Detailing, Across the whole, it's equal measures of good and bad. There's a lot of excellent work, and there are some hideous detailing issues as well. I think I'm going to even them out at a 3. It's a low 3, but it's a 3. It doesn't deserve to drop to 2 stars. Gameplay potential, very playable. Would love to play this one. There are things to fix, and so therefore you're not going to get a 5th star. If there wasn't so much to fix, then possibly there would be. And what's up with that water? Anyway, 4 stars for gameplay potential. So Bacon and Eggs by IhmeHihhuli, trademark. And that is not half bad for a first map. Really didn't expect it. Really did not expect that. I expected maybe some sausages, some brownies, some hash browns even. Brownies? Some hash browns. What else do you have for breakfast? Kellogg's cornflakes. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing, and for joining me on today's little fly through. Join me tomorrow for another map in the What Map series, and there's plenty of other things going on the channel, so make sure you don't miss them, and I'll see you very, very soon.